Welcome back. Do remember that you can find all our top stories on channelstv.com and on youtube.com/channelsweb. Also log on to m.channelstv.com to view us live on your mobile device. And don't forget to download the Channels TV app for Android, iOS and Windows devices from their respective stores. The Channels TV and the Channels 24 apps will give you access to news and updates. You'll also have access to the Eyewitness feature. With it, you can share pictures, videos, or news of happenings around you. Just install the app, then tap and swipe to reveal the menu and follow the instructions you see. Away from security matters now, the Minister of Transport, Rotimi Amechi, has confirmed the payment of compensation to property owners affected by the Lagos-Ibadan Railway project. Mr. Amechi made this clarification during his tour of the project, the first this year. The minister, however, raised concern on the delivery deadline as a result of the drag in right of way.
The only problem we're having on the issue of compensation is that most of these villagers are deceived by men who come and tell them that they are attorneys and they should give them power of attorney. Whether you give them power of attorney or not, we will still pay them. So, but when you now pay them, the so-called attorneys now take their 10%. Why should they be cheating villagers like that? They should allow. What I did here, I instructed them to pay directly to the claimants. Let the attorney go to the claimants and collect his money. Because this issue of half power of attorney is not binding on us. We can go to court after we have finished paying. They also have a challenge somewhere that we'll look at it. If it requires our talking to the governor, we'll talk to the governor to assist us in that regard. We still have challenges with water pipelines in Lagos and then gas and fuel. We still have problems with, but the army has given up the barracks, so work should commence the station at Ebute Meta. We are beginning to battle with time schedule because of all these utilities.
Well, it's good news for residents of Nsukka in Enugu State, as assurances have already been made to rural communities there that epileptic power supply will soon be taken care of once and for all. The general manager of the Enugu Rural Electrification Board made the pledge during the resumption of work at one of the 30 MVA transformer substation with an installed capacity of 24 megawatts.
Overestimated billing, epileptic supply and poor voltage are some of the complaints of some Nigerians when it comes to electricity. For the residents of Unru village and its neighboring communities in Enugu State, southeast Nigeria, it has been a long-standing headache.
We don't have steady lights here, and most of the times they share light for us within the up people and we here. So most of the time we do have lights for up to 1 week, and most of the time we have it like 3 days. And the amount they are collecting from us is unbearable. People are complaining.
My phone is always dead. My phone is always. I can't put anything in my freezer because it will spoil. Because sometimes the way they give us light here, like you are sleeping, the light will come. It will be on until early morning. It will be off.
The good news is they may not need to tarry longer, as the state government is assisting the federal government to complete this 1x30 MVA transformer substation, which was suspended when locals protested against the takeover of their land.
The TCN people have been having issues with the community people here over right of way, that is along the routes of their job, and they pleaded with the governor of Enugu State to assist them in giving them access road to the 30 MVA injection substation at Nsukka, and the governor graciously granted that and directed that we take over the site and give them access road, and that's what we are doing here.
This station, when powered, will provide the communities with as much as 36 megawatts of electricity.
With this on 132, it means that we have enhanced power supply to Nsukka and environs. Now you'll see they already have 12, and we're adding another 24. Definitely, you see, it's going to be a 300 increase. So the community will benefit.
The project is billed for completion in February, by which time government says epileptic supply should be history as it looks to woo industries to rural communities across the state.
Well, let's take a look at the health sector in Nigeria. It has had its own share of challenges, most glaring lack of funds and inadequate infrastructure. There are many other problems facing the sector, like detecting substandard medicine formulations, as well as regulating the sale of prescription drugs. Our correspondent Mary Alala Yusuf takes a look at NAFDAC's role in getting the job done.
For a long time, agencies that have the oversight of drugs and controlled substances in Nigeria have fought an uphill task of policing the food and drugs market. Though substandard medications are made all over the world, Sub-Saharan Africa contributes 42% of the reports received by the World Health Organization and 21% each from the Americas and Europe.
All therapeutic categories are affected. All price ranges, not just expensive medicines, but also very low-cost medicines.
According to statistics from the National Center for Biotechnology Information, NCBI, between November 2008 and February 2009, 84 Nigerian children died from acute kidney failure brought on by the industrial solvent diethylene glycol in the teething syrup, popularly known as My Pikin, before it was taken off the shelves. The Director General of NAFDAC believes that increased funding and solving logistical problems will help with some of these challenges, including the formulation of dangerous compositions. She was speaking with zonal and state coordinators as well as heads of ports and borders.
We need a video conferencing system that will reduce our traveling back and forth from Abuja to Lagos. In so doing, we may save nothing less than 200 million a year.
Programs against falsified medicines, abused drugs and narcotics form part of the plan to strengthen the health sector.
Thousands of pharmacists all over the country that we're going to use to do education on how not to abuse drugs and to do a lot of monitoring of substandard and falsified medicines, narcotics, and so on.
Apart from patrolling ports and borders for inspection, the NAFDAC DG believes enlightenment campaigns at the grassroots will be a major plus against the drug situation. Mary Alala Yusuf, Channels Television News.